Hey there, speculators. It's Roderick, lead derivatives trader, Futures on Fire, part of the TDG, or Traders Dev Group, where we trade futures for daily income on our virtual trade floor every day. Hey, in tonight's Trade Journal screencast for Monday, March 9th, 2020, it's going to be Chart Porn Panic Edition, and I'm just going to look at two things, the bond market and Bank of America, because banks are very tied to bonds, and in my humble opinion, IMO. That's what the kids all say. I think that today the bonds blew their brains out. Now, I thought that we were pretty overdone on Friday. I made a video about that. If I can get within 3 to 5 days of tops and bottoms, significant tops and bottoms, we're going to do okay. So let's go ahead and fire it up. All right, I'm back. Okay, so tonight what I want to do, by the way, we hit, it is a rocky ride. I'm not going to roller coaster ride. Futures trading is extremely risky, not suitable for all investors. Make sure you look both ways before crossing the street and don't eat yellow snow. So the one thing that I like both about our Trade Journal, which we do on TraderView, as well as our tracker that we do in conjunction with Collective 2, is we are as transparent as heck. So while we did eke out a small little profit here and hit a new equity high, it was not without a very significant drawdown in the morning and tremendous amount of volatility on the reopen. We had a halt today. Halt there. So that was a little look at today. But what I want to do, and here's the new equity high that we hit today, in the account, I think it was like a little over $25,000. And this is just trading micros, but with some size in micros. So at some point we have 5 micros on, 6 micros on. That's the equivalent of about half of an E-mini contract. If you want to learn more about futures trading, how it all works, and specifically the stock index futures with micros, you can hit the link below in the description, find out more about what we're up to at Traders Dev Group, as well as Futures on Fire. All right, I just want to look at two things tonight using the extreme turn signal, and here's while I took both trades. So as we speak right now, I am still short the bond market. I'm short the bond market from about 187.17s, which is right in here. Okay, it was when we kind of came back up here, I did not take this actual sell signal because it was essentially in the middle of the night. I did get stopped out on a 2-lot. That was that $5,000 drawdown that you saw right at the beginning. So while I was asleep, had an order in that I thought looked really good. It was right around 188, somewhere in here, and got stopped out on that candle and then re-entered, and I'm short right now. So the bonds are very, very tied, at least in sentiment, to what is going on also in the banks. So while we're short the bond market, you could also, these are short the ZB futures, you could look at something like TLT. One of the reasons, so here's TLT also firing out an extreme turn signal short. If you want to learn more about this particular signal, which prints right on your charts on TradingView as well as NinjaTrader, again, hit the description below and you can find more out about the extreme turn signal. It does a very good job of identifying potentially turning points within the market. So there's your TLT. That's the 20-year bond ETF. That's another thing that you can do. So what I did, though, is use the ZB. We can look at the June contract, which is the one that I'm actually short. And you can see that we're firing off signals on the 120-minute all over the place. We're also probably firing off signals on the daily. Yes. Okay, so we've had a condition that's existed for quite a while. And if we go to a 60-minute, you can see on the 60-minute we do not have one, but on the 120 we do. All right, so that's one. Now I'm doubling down on this particular position. By the way, this video and all videos I do are for educational purposes only, as it said in the disclaimer right at the beginning. Please know that this is not a solicitation to buy or sell any security, and I'm wrong a lot more than I'm right. All right, good. Now, what I'm going to do here is come over to Bank of America, and voila! So, bonds blowing their brains out, short at the top. Bank of America in now $12. $12 in a little less than 12 days, or probably 12 to 15 trading sessions in $12. So this extreme buy here, 25, obviously didn't work out. We've got another gap lower. Now for 320-minute bars in a row there. So that's, I'm not too good at math, that's 8 hours, right? For 8 hours, this state has been present. So I did what's called a risk reversal, and in this particular video, I'm not going to go too much into that. It's simply kind of a doubly torqued bullish strategy where you sell downside puts and you use that to finance upside calls. The exact level I used was the 2225 risk reversal. If you're familiar with risk reversals, that's how I expressed this order. And we're doing it, all of it keyed off of the extreme turn signal, which does, again, a very good job of identifying, I lost my mouse, identifying extreme turn points in the market. All right, we'll leave it there for today. What a volatile day. Dow down at 2,000 points. Finished the day down 2,000 points. We are currently rallying here in the extended hour session. Another great thing about futures, if you're not familiar with them, they trade 23 hours a day. Very low, very capital efficient, little capital required to trade, and there's no pattern day trader requirement. And unlike this options trade here on Bank of America, which I can't do anything about until the market opens tomorrow, I can trade the bond futures all night. Not that I want to stay up all night. And I can also trade stock index futures, as well as about 20 other commodities and other related futures products that trade in the futures markets 23 hours a day. To find out all about that, you can hit the description below. If you dig any part of this video, or you thought it sucked, whatever, hit the like or the dislike, hopefully not. Subscribe and the little bell. I'm going to think positively. I'm going to think this is some good nuggets going on here. Short the bonds, long Bank of America. Putting it right here, calling it out right now on the video. We'll post it to YouTube, and I will follow up, win, lose, or draw. I always do. We're as radically transparent as we can be, because I track every trade in a walk forward track record that's public. All right, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the little bell notification. You'll find out more about Futures on Fire and the new emerging thing that I'm doing with my other trading partners, the Traders Development Group, which we're extremely excited about, where we're going to bring real, actionable, systematic strategy development and trading. In other words, automation. Get out of your head. Let computers do a lot of the work for you. Things like this extreme turn signal can be completely automated, so at least you can be either alerted to it or have the initial part of the trade put on for you, and that's what you can do across multiple markets. All right, I'll leave it there for now. My name is Roderick. I trade every day on Futures on Fire on a virtual trade floor, part of the Traders Development Group. I'd like to remind you to always trade like you mean it. Thanks.